Well. All right. Welcome to Peak Performance Secrets, starting right now. I love doing this. Welcome to Peak Performance Secrets. My name is Kamoye Benjamin. I do identify as a peak performance coach. And what that really means is that I come alongside individuals, I come alongside teams and help them to create more. Whatever more represents, whether it's more impact, more income, more clarity, more decisiveness, more confidence, whatever more represents for you, I'm always in service of your goals, dreams, and desires. And Peak Performance Secrets is an opportunity for me to live out my mission, which is to raise a generation of leaders in the marketplace whose power and influence comes from a relationship with God. And so if you're that person who's looking to kind of thrive in all the dimensions of life, you know, good is no longer good enough, and you really want to, you want to live and have it all, so to speak, then this is the place to be to get insights, awareness, ahas that will help you navigate the peak performance journey that is ahead of you. Welcome to all of you who are joining me for the very first time. And Peak Performance Secret starts now. What are we talking about today? Now, great stuff. We're talking about the 5 essential steps to nurture every dream. 5 essential steps to nurture every dream. I have a question for you. What kills dreams? What kills dreams? I mean, that's something that is a pet subject for me, especially to kind of tune into. People get ideas, people get dreams. They have a picture of a desired future, a desired possibility. Someone that they sense. I could be this. I could have this. This could be possible for me. You're driving in traffic and you see another car. And you're like, it would be great to have that. You have an idea of the kind of family that you want to raise and the things that you want to make available for them. You have a picture of a certain income that you could have, a certain result in any of the 5 domain areas of life. And once you become aware of that idea, what happens to that dream? What happens to that dream? Do you kill it? Or do you nurture it? What happens to that dream? What happens when you imagine all that it could be and then it doesn't materialize? What happens in between becoming aware of the idea, being filled with the excitement from knowing that, wow, imagine this could happen, and then going back to your conditions, circumstances, and experiences, the limitation, the scarcity, the lack, the frustration? What happens in between? And how can we as dreamers become stewards of the dreams that are entrusted to us? How can we do that? How can we have the awareness to hold a dream? My mentor called it hold your image. How do we have the awareness to birth that dream and bring it into life? What exactly is required of us? That is what I want to teach today. And there are 5 B's, letter B for ball, that I want to share with you that I believe are essentials in order for you to nurture your dream, for it to become what it could be. And so let's dive into it. I want to bring up my screen. The first B is what I would call brood. You need to brood over your dream. Okay? So where is the dream coming from? I believe that dreams are deposited into our conscious mind. They come into our conscious mind like a blip. And they come from God. They come from source. God is the source of all life and all creation. And we cannot create outside of God. We cannot pretend. We cannot even claim to create outside of God. He is a source of all life. I believe that very strongly. He is the source of all life. And so His intention is that we become co-creators with him. On the seventh day, after God had created everything, he saw that it was good. But what about all the other things that had not been created? The aeroplanes. What about the gadgets that I'm using to connect with you online today? What about the house that you live in? What about the car that you drive? All those things had not been created yet. But at the instance when God said, let there be light, that light, in that moment, all these things were created. But they exist in another space where they are in a different form other than physical. And where do we have that? Where do we see their existence first? We see their existence in our minds. First, we become aware of an idea. First, we become conscious of a possibility. First, we become conscious of, wait a minute. We could create something that has wheels and it moves fast so that men can sit on it and it can propel forward and it can carry them and they can cover long distances without getting tired. Oh, it's a car, Henry Ford. Oh, man could fly. Man could have an unmanned flight. Man could take to the skies. How can we use the bicycle? God said, let there be light, and man is tuning into this idea. Inspired. The word inspire is inspiro. It's a Latin root, inspiro, in spirit, inspired. Everything is coming from spirit into our intellectual faculty. And man is inspired to create. Man is inspired to bring an idea into its physical equivalent. That's the dream. That's your dream. What you desire for your family, for your fitness, for your finances, for your fulfilling work, for your fitness, for your faith, your communion with God. Isn't that what it is? And you become aware of that idea. It's come into your conscious awareness. And so the first step when a dream, an idea, a possibility is presented to you, the first thing is to brood over that idea. Brood over that idea. And you brood over the idea by entertaining the possibility that is presented to you. You entertain the picture, the image that you see. You embrace it. That's what brooding is all about. You can see my image on the screen. There's this mother hen it's lying on these eggs. And it's warming them, and it's providing them with an environment. It's providing them with the space that they need, the temperature that is required for them to blossom. And for us as men, what it means to brood over our ideas is to sit with them a little longer. This is not the time to go showing everybody, hey, guess what? I had a dream yesterday. Most people don't have the awareness to help you brood your dream. And from that lack of awareness, what they're going to do is they're going to kill your dream. Unintentionally, they're going to tell you, but nobody in our family has ever done that. But what about the economy and how will you even dead on arrival? Because you're not brooding the idea. Guess what? This idea has not come from you. It has come to you, and it's seeking to be expressed through you. Half the time, you don't even understand it. So what business do you have going around telling people the dream? You're barely wrapping it around your head. You're not even there yet. You've not even understood all that it's trying to impress on you to do. You've not even understood all it's impressing on you to be. And half the time, you're still so bewildered especially when you contemplate what it promises for you to have. And so the first step is to brood. It's an essential step. Stop sharing dreams with people who do not have the awareness to nurture that dream. Stop. Stop. I know you mean well. I know you're excited. They are also excited. They also care for you. And guess what? They're going to tell you, why don't you just take a job with the local authority? Why don't you just get a job why don't you just go bag some groceries in the store? Why don't you just become an Uber driver? And here you are giving them a big idea of how you're going to have a tours and travel company. They mean well. In their mind, they're protecting you. So brood over your idea. Give it warmth. Sit with it. See it. Every pixel. See it in 4K. See it in 8K. See the dream in detail. Take time and articulate what exactly you're seeing. The whole image. Break it down. It's the first B, to nurture your dream. The second B, to nurture your dream, is as you're brooding over your dream, is to unpack the benefits of the dream. You see, when the dream comes to you, it expects a lot from you. I'll be teaching on Friday about the things that must die in order for your dream to live. And when you have received a dream, an idea of a possibility and a future, though the journey appears to be tasking, it's going to be expensive, it's going to demand more from you, you've got to be able to outline the benefits. What's in it for me? How am I going to benefit by following this dream, by living out this mission? I'm living out my mission by teaching this. What are the benefits of showing up every single weekday, teaching an audience? What are the benefits of doing that? What's in it for me? Why am I doing this? That's the question that you need to be able to answer. What are the benefits of me showing up for the dream that is seeking to be birthed within me? Because as I shared in Monday's teaching, that there are two valleys to every vision. I'm gonna write that. You know, your dream has got these two valleys that you're gonna be able to have to cross. Over here, the vision has been realized. The dream has been realized. And yes, you're happy over here. You're dancing. Woohoo! Everything is great. But when you're down here, it doesn't feel like that. Oh my goodness. There's a lot. You can see the vision realized. But you're going to have to go through the valley of ownership. Is this dream my dream? Whose dream is this? And then you're going to have to go through what we call the valley of price. When the price of your dream becomes greater than the reward, you quit. You quit. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. I'm not going to be showing up every week here teaching them. I'm done. No, nobody's showing up. I don't know how many views I have on some of my videos. Sometimes when I finish this recording, I probably have 5 views. What's the benefit? What's the benefit of your dream? Have you articulated that? Because your dream is going to have a cost. The dream, receiving it, is coming to you because you're resourced. You're resourced, and those resources of mainly your time, your talent, and your treasure. It's costing me to go live. The lights, the internet bandwidth, the software that I'm using, this technology and all these gadgets, it's costing me treasure. It's costing me time. I could have been somewhere else, but I chose to be here. It's costing me. It's costing me my talent to design this presentation and to take time and to prepare. It's costing me everything. What's the benefit of this? You've got to be able to define the benefit. If you don't, your dream is dead. It's not long. If you won't pay the price for the dream will die. Okay, let's go to the third B. Oh, I love this one. Okay, for those of you who are just joining, we're talking about the 5 B's that your dream needs in order for it to thrive, to nurture your dream. And we talked about the first one, which is brood. The second one is benefits. And the third one is belief. Belief. You see, dreams come packaged in a way that they invite us to a place we've never been, to do things we've never done, and to have things that maybe we've only imagined but we've never had. Dreams can be scary. They're big. And one of the things that we must, in the process of brooding, these are not steps like you move one to the other, you're building onto them. As you brood, you're picking the benefits of living this dream, but you're also building the belief within you. The first question that comes into our conscious awareness when we receive the dream is, am I the kind of person who does these things? Can that happen for me? I don't know. Let's go with the simplest thing. What's your dream car? What's your dream home location? Think about those things. How they appear sometimes bigger than you. The very first time that idea came into your conscious awareness, how daunting was it? I remember moving into the house where we live in right now, which is our dream house in many ways. It took me more than 6 months, 7 months, 8 months to kind of believe that I live here, that I live here with my family, that this is my life. Many times I wake up and I'm like, I live here. My wife and I many times just sit down at the balcony and we're just having our cup of tea. And we look at the green grass and the garden and can hear the birds singing in the morning, and she tells me, this is our life. The belief to manifest that in your life is required. And if you don't manufacture that belief within you, that I am worthy of this, that this is the timing for this, that I have the resources to make this happen, guess what will happen? Doubt will creep in. I'm not sure whether I can do this. I don't know whether I'm the person who, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have. And when you look at a dream that's bigger than you, most of the times you see all the things that are going to be obstacles. How can it, and yet, what about, and maybe if, and look at the, there's so many things that you can list down that are the odds stacked against you living your dream. And yet, in that fertile field where the dream has dropped, you need to build belief. Or else, it's going to be choked by the weeds of doubt in your conscious awareness. And that's why mentorship is important. And that's why I'm launching my mentorship program. If you're watching this and you don't have somebody who is your partner in belief, what does that mean? It means that there's somebody who is able to see what you're seeing and believe that it's possible for you and through you. Like I shared, most people are dream killers. They're not intentional. Most people are dream killers. And they don't wake up to kill dreams. But their level of awareness does not have what it takes to nurture a dream. Their level of awareness doesn't have the language to urge you to move forward and take the next step without killing your dream. I remember going to many of our friends when they had children, a couple of friends ahead of me, and even just growing up, we would visit somebody and maybe they had a young baby, 1 year, less than 1 year. You know, I'm that guy in that house who would never carry that baby. No, I'm just like, yeah, we are here to see the baby. We are here to celebrate. And wow, congratulations. You know, Mrs. So-and-so, wow, it's great. You know, I'm going to be there. I'm going to eat the biscuits. I'm going to drink the tea. I'm going to eat the food. And then the baby's going to pass from one person to the other. And they're going to be, you know, looking at the baby. Oh, so cute, so cute. I was scared stiff touching people's babies. Because I didn't know what to do with babies. I thought they were going to die in my hands. You know, the moment they just looked at me and they started, you know, their eyes started rolling backwards and they looked like they were gasping for breath. I'm like, I'm just about to kill somebody's baby. So I began to hold babies when I had my own because I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a choice. I'm the father here. So here I am. But still, I don't touch people's babies. You know, for 2 minutes. I'm like, somebody wants a baby? Somebody wants a baby? I'm handing over the baby. Dreams are fragile. Dreams are fragile. And you don't know who you're going to hand it over to. And they hold it in the wrong posture and it's choking. They hold it in the wrong posture. It's bopping. Stuff is coming through the nose. I know that too well. My wife and I have got 4 kids. And so your dream requires belief. The belief that it can happen for you. The belief that you have the resources to do it. The belief that it's going to happen either way. The belief that it's going to shift the lives of people. The belief that you're the Moses who's been come to rescue the Israelites out of Egypt. The belief that you're the Joseph in your generation. The belief that you're the game changer in your family, that you're going to be the first millionaire, that you're going to be the first billionaire, the belief that you're going to live in that house, the belief that you're going to take your kids to that school, the belief that you're going to live your life the way that you've been imagining it, the way it has been presented to you, you need to develop belief, without which your dream will not survive. It's going to be choked by doubt. That's the third B. Wow. Are you learning something? Are you having fun? If you are, please jump onto the chat. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you and hear what exactly you are picking up. I'd love to see your comments coming up here. Let's go to the next B. We've covered 3 B's already. We've covered brood and we talked about benefits. Then we talked about building belief, believing that you can. Believing that you can. You know, believing that you can. And before we go to the fourth B right there, you know, if you think about your mind, you know, if you use your mind as a circle, you know, this idea is coming in to grow. Let's call it an X idea. It's coming in to grow in the field of Y ideas. Up until now, this is the highest amount of money I've ever earned. Up until now, this is what I've ever known to be true about me. And a new idea is coming in. It's going to be fought. And impressing this idea, which is an X idea that's going to be fought, requires that you generate the belief. And generating that belief means that you need to intensify the vibrational frequency of that dream until it becomes a burning desire. Until it becomes a burning desire. What are some of like the stages of a dream? You know, when we receive a dream, sometimes it comes like a wish. Sometimes it comes like a want. Sometimes it comes like a hope. I wish I had. Listen to that. I wish. Can you calibrate? Can you calibrate the intensity of that word? I wish. I want.
I hope. Does that sound like somebody you want to invest your next $1 million shillings with? I hope it works. I wish it works. I want it works. I want it to work. Is that somebody that would convince you to go take your savings and give it to them? Like, oh my goodness, I think you're the perfect person for this. I'm betting on your dream. No, you don't sense intensity there. But what about somebody who tells you, guess what? This is the next big idea. I tell you, banks are going to come and line up as we implement this idea. Everybody's going to need this in their life. Even if it's a scam, you're going to invest your money there. You're going to put your money down. You're like, wow, this guy looks like they know where they're going. They're so persuaded about this idea. And when people are persuaded about something, we follow them in that direction, even when we may not be very sure what the end point is. But we're like, you know what? This guy knows. He looks like he knows where he's going. Let's follow him. Belief, after you build it, after you brood it, and you're thinking about the benefits, and you're clarifying the image, and you're bringing clarity, and you're seeing every inch, and you're painting the picture, and you're holding on to it, and you're beginning to adjust things in your life, and your language shifts. What is prayer? Prayer is when a communication comes from the finite mind of man to the infinite mind of God, and it travels to him, communicating that, you know what, God, I want this so bad. I believe that it's going to happen. And you've made me, a steward of this outcome and this impact and this possibility. Come now, let us make these things happen. When that communication goes to God, it comes back packaged with more energy, more intensity, more answers, next steps, clarity, guidance. And when you take that next step, it builds up the intensity, the burning desire. It grows. What do the scriptures say? It says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and he should not expectation. He should not expect to receive anything. A double-minded man. Maybe. We're talking about building the dream. We're talking about building the dream. We're talking about nurturing the dream. How many dreams have you killed because you are like, maybe it's going to happen. If God wants, if God wants, who gave you the idea in the first place? Who gave you the idea in the first place? Who wants it for you more than you want it for yourself in the first place? And so to the unaware mind, the reception, the receiving of a dream does not alert them that I've already been gifted with every resource to make this dream a reality. Otherwise, it would not have been presented to me. Are you trying to say that God does not want to produce perfection in you? In a way that he would give you a dream and deny you the resources to make it manifest? Is that what you're saying? I love this. Is that what you're saying? That you're the only person he's like, talking about Benjamin, let him struggle. What creator enjoys to see the object of their creation struggle? We're creating robots now. How much are we investing to make sure that robots walk almost like human beings, talk like human beings, turn their head like human beings, raise their hand like human beings? We're seeking perfection even in our own creation as men. How about God, the creator of the world and everything you see, you and I? What would make you say, maybe if God wants, if God wanted, then? No. And so you've got to build the burning desire. You've got to stoke that fire. You've got to believe in that idea. You've got to paint it. You've got to put it on your wall. You've got to put it on your wallpaper. You've got to see yourself around it. You've got to start associating. Start going to those places. Do you have a desire to drive a certain car? How many times do you wrap your head around that particular vehicle? Let's just go there. Let's start with the basics. You want to earn a certain income? How many times do you sit down with a pen and a blank paper and say, how can I write down every idea? God, give me every idea that I can use to earn that income. What you're doing is you're building the desire. You're in the language of it. You're acting as if. You're not faking it. I'm not for that. You're not faking it. You're acting as if. You're communicating to every cell in your being, because every cell in your being has got information. You're communicating to it that, guess what? I'm this guy. I've got this, and I'm making welcome this idea in my life. That is how to intensify the burning desire. Hang around the company of people that have those results. Look for somebody who's got a model of perfection for creating that result that you want. Like, I know a guy who's been able to do that. I'm going to look for him. I'm going to hunt him. I'm going to be mentored by him. I'm going to be coached by him. I'm going to sit at his feet, and he's going to tell me how he did it. Because he's got it. And I want it. He's going to show me how. And that's why the peak performance mentorship that I'm launching is to give you a bridge and a pathway to create what you want. I hold a certain model of perfection. The path may not be the same for you, but I'm operating from a level of awareness where I can see where you are and I can see where you want to go. And guess what? It's not everybody who sees where you are and sees where you want to go is ready to help you. Not all of them are willing to help you. Hey, not even all of them have the skill set to help you. And so if you've got a dream, if you've got a desire, and you're watching me and you're like, Benjamin, let me give this a try. Hey, click the link that's showing up in the bio over here. Head out to catalyst.ke. Wait, what's that? Let's bring it up on the screen very quickly. Head out to catalyst.ke and hold your spot for mentorship. I'm going to give you an action guide to start right now. Guess what? In 90 days, shift the results in your life. Breathe life into your dreams. Unpause your dreams. The final B, building a bridge. Your dream needs a bridge. A bridge. I love this idea of, I'm here and my dream is at another place called there. Okay? The dream is within me. But in reality, what I see is that, there's going to be a period of time. Let's call this time. As I walk towards building my dream. Every single day I show up here and I teach during my, peak performance lunch and learn. Time is passing. I've been doing this. We are probably on episode 28, maybe today. They're above 20. Every single day, time has passed. But I'm taking intentional action in the direction of my dreams. I'm taking intentional action in the direction of my dream. And so bridge means I need to contemplate what's going to be my first step. How do I move in the direction of my dreams? What can I do? What is the one thing that I can do that can show me where the money is, that can show me where fitness is, that can show me what does that look like? And that's why I definitely subscribe to this idea, and I've been teaching about it a lot. I love it, of having a 14-day trial, a 14-day free trial for your dreams. It means that once you're like, I can have this kind of a body, I need to go to the gym, I need to kind of have some fitness and nutrition regimen going, have a 14-day trial. Day 1, just buy the shoes. It's a trial, it's 14 days. Hey, day 2, Just wear the shoes inside the house. Don't go anywhere. Don't run. Just wear the shoes. Oh, I'm liking this. Wear your running outfit. Wear it. Good. If it's the vegetables, cook them. Don't eat them. Just cook them and just keep them there. We're getting into the mix of it. I just want to get used to this idea. And how is it gonna be? By day 10, you'll be running. You'll be eating the vegetables. You'll be doing what is required. And that's building the bridge. How am I gonna move from here to there? And do you know what? How do they build bridges? One piece at a time. If it's wooden, one piece of wood at a time. One piece of wood, joining them one piece at a time. How do you walk through a bridge? Step by step to the other side. How do you build a dream? Just the next step. That's all you need. Just the next step. That's all you need. And so when you have received a dream, these 5 essential steps will help you to nurture that dream. You brood over it. We talked about that. Number 2, what was it? Let me go back to my notes. You brood over it. Number 2, you articulate the benefits. What are the benefits of this dream? I'm going to bring it up on the screen so we can look at it together. Yeah. The first one is you brood over it. The second one is you articulate the benefits. Create a clear picture, a mental picture of what is it going to cost me and what is in it for me. Why am I doing this? You see, if your dream is big, you're going to have to bring a team around you. And you need to explain to that team why it's important to do what you prescribe to be done. They need to buy into that. They need to see the benefits of that. And that's a way to also make sure that you nurture your dream. Third is you're going to need to develop the belief. The belief in your capacity, the belief in your resources, the belief in your worth, that you are worthy of that dream, that you are worthy of those results, that you are worthy of that outcome. I have had dreams in my life that I felt I was not worthy to have. I'm not worthy to drive that car. I'm not worthy of that life of a private jet. I'm not worthy to live in that mansion. I'm not worthy to have that amount of money. And working on building the belief within me and identifying what are those fears, what are those doubts, what are those limiting beliefs that I hold that tell me that I'm not qualified for what it is that I sense God is desiring to do within and through me. The fourth D is to turn this desire to have this thing into a burning desire. Intensify that emotion. Intensify that emotion. And keep sending it back to God in prayer. It is like a sacrifice. You've got to burn it. And it needs to go up as incense. When he smells it, it's like, yeah, Benjamin needs this. Benjamin is about this. Benjamin is about the other. Right now, as I have been teaching over the last couple of months, I've been ramming the market with the message of peak performance, peak performance, peak performance, peak performance, peak performance. Everything I'm doing is peak performance coaching, mentorship, peak performance, lunch and learn. And I'm intensifying the desire that I want this outcome in my life. And guess what? It is, and it's happening. The final B is to build a bridge between here and there. Now, I know in building a bridge, one of the things that I'm promising and I'm inviting you to do is to join my mentorship program. Oh my goodness. I know the power of having somebody who holds belief for you, who is your partner in belief, who sees what you see and can nurture your goals, your dreams and desires. And you know, thriving is not enough if you're just thriving in one area. Maybe you're thriving in your fitness. Maybe you're a prayer warrior. You're really thriving in your faith. It's not enough to thrive in one of these dimensions. I would desire for you to thrive in all the 5 dimensions, at work, at home, and even in society. I'm inviting you to click the link that's coming up in the bio for peak performance mentorship. Or even better yet, head out to catalyst.ke. Did I write that well? Catalyst.ke, and hold your spot to start a mentorship journey with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so passionate about this topic of dreams. It's a pet subject for me. because that's what I do. I help people live into their dreams. I'm also a traveler. I'm also building my own dreams, and I know what that journey looks like. And I'm happy to support you. Thank you for tuning in to today's Peak Performance Secrets. Join me tomorrow for another session. It's a Thursday, it's a weekday. Lunchtime is Peak Performance Lunch and Learn. What did you take away that has spoken to you? That's an idea that's really resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Blessings. Be well. And bye for now.